You should talk to people who are senior, very senior, and not in the first ring of your social circle. You have got a central point. You can have 360 different exclusive angles to look at the same point. I would like you to, at that stage, you should take up mostly those controversial topics. Group discussion can play an important role. You evolve in your UPSC preparation, like you have your personality, which is a reactive kind of personality when you are giving a PT examination. The mind starts working only when you see options. When you have got 4 options, then your mind says, hey, this is the right one or this is not the right one. So you are mostly a reactive person. But as you evolve and go into the main examination, a different set of evolution which happens to your personality, and that is where you have got your expressive personality coming, where you have got a lot of confusing thoughts and confusing informations. They have to pass through a micro tip of a pen, and then letting that pass through a micro tip of a pen is not an easy thing. But you evolve and you clear that examination. Then you come to the interview, which is a different personality trait that you have to evolve. I told you this entire process is an evolution. There you have to evolve as a spoken personality. And there, a lot of people come and talk to me about group discussion and the importance of group discussion for preparing UPSC examination. I would like to today talk about that. What is the importance of group discussion while we are preparing for this examination? Well, I think I told you that here at this stage, you have to evolve differently as a spoken person. But remember, like in your main examination, your mind and your pen has got long distance, and ideas lazily flow out of your mind and you can write them down, pen them down. But then as you can also see that physiologically speaking, the gap is a little too less. Suddenly the idea evaporates. So you have to evolve as a person who can think fast, can express well, and there at that stage, group discussion can play an important role. You discuss out with your friends, tend to appreciate different views of the same thing. Like you have got a central point, you can have 360 different exclusive angles to look at the same point. Your friend talk about that, you talk about that. So you tend to appreciate the big picture and a thing which is having a lot of holism in that. And that is one aspect that you can basically learn through group discussion. But remember, UPSC doesn't have group discussion. So beyond a point, this group discussion is not going to take you too far into it. In fact, one would like to advise you that you should practice group discussion for the purpose of getting a rounded view, especially with the kind of person that you are going to interact with. They are the ones who are also giving an interview. So you get to see that how your fellow competitors are talking about the same issue. But then when you have to evolve a personality, I like you to give you 2 exclusive exercises apart from group discussion that you could keep in mind. One I would like you to practice for is that practicing for your flow. Talk to people for whom you are a Didi or for whom you are a Bhaiya who's going to give an interview. So you talk to those people and then explain things. Because when they are listening to you, they would be like listening from the whole range of existence, from the whole body, and they will help you build your flow. So you would be able to really develop your thought coming in a flow, and that would be one thing which is be very important part. But then you are not going to use the same flow there because they are people sitting much at a different level. So after, as part of a personality, you have developed your flow, then in that case, the second level of practice is that you should talk to people who are senior, very senior, and not in the first ring of your social circle, like your parents, like your parents' friend, or mother's friend. You have aunts and uncles. They are like, you're very familiar with them. I like you to do this ascendancy practice. You should ascend your ideas. You talk to your mother's friend's friend, whom you barely know, they barely know. Ask them that, uncle asked me or aunt asked me a few questions. And those questions, you should try and answering them. And then at that stage, your mind understands as to how to really play out to the people who are senior, who are slightly in formal condition. To your professor, you will be very familiar. But professor's friend, if they ask you a question and then you answer, you do this practice, and that really helps. And when you do these 2 practice for juniors and for the seniors, your mind gets to understand where you are mentally existing on a particular thing. When it comes to group discussions, I would like you to, at that stage, you should take up mostly those controversial topics. That what we should be doing on this. Is it the right position or not? India should be doing this or not? So in those topics, let's say for example, we have got a constitutional promise of UCC. Shall we have UCC, Uniform Civil Code in our country or not? I mean, if this is a topic which is where you see a lot of people talking about it, you tend to understand you tend to untangle the thought process that you have got, or you would have spoken in that group discussion at one point or other, so that you have got those naughty ideas, they open up for you. And their group discussions can really come handy. But otherwise, for a spoken personality, these two things, flow and ascendancy, that really works. And then you are in a better position to really express yourself as a spoken person in the interview room than otherwise the written person that you are, that was there in the examination hall in mains. I suppose this gives you some dimension to think about group discussion, and try taking up those naughty ideas, naughty with the K, naughty ideas in the group discussions, and try and see the facets of different people in the interview format, and then try and see to which angle you would like to take on those issues. For any controversial ideas, I'll be very happy to personally guide you if required. At any stage where you have got any of those your ideas which you think that you want to have a second opinion, you can reconfirm with us. We'll be very happy to do that, and my best wishes for you.